Look down at the landscape in southeastern Rajasthan, and you'll find a massive network of deep, maze-like trenches baked under a hazy sun. This is the Chambal Basin, an area defined by its imposing dry ravines. This map shows the basin's exact geographical footprint. Squeezed between the Aravalli and Vindhyan mountain ranges, the zone stretches right across the southeastern districts, cutting a path through Kota, Bundi, Sawai Madhopur, Karali, and Dholpur. The ground here is built on alluvial and black soils. Because these soil types are incredibly soft and loosely packed, they fall apart almost instantly when exposed to fast-moving water. During the monsoon season, erratic and intense rainfall slams into the region's steep inclines. Massive volumes of water rush downward, ripping away the fragile top layer of earth before it has a chance to absorb. Combine that aggressive water flow with weak soil and steep slopes, and you get gully erosion. Tiny streams of rainwater quickly carve out massive, deep channels, turning flat terrain into a chaotic wasteland. Here is the physical result of that constant battering. The land is torn open, leaving behind steep drops and highly uneven terrain. Destruction compounds through vertical erosion. Flowing down a steep gradient, the river exerts a downward cutting force, digging its bed deep into the bedrock. Simultaneously, fast currents create lateral erosion. Undercut banks collapse, causing the ravine system to violently expand outward. What is left behind is a stripped environment. With fertile topsoil washed away, the area becomes an infertile, sandy expanse where crops cannot survive. For decades, this terrain dictated the local economy. Stripped of farming potential, the intricate, impassable maze of the Badlands naturally evolved into an ideal hideout for outlaws and dacoits, creating a notorious dead zone for law enforcement. By all geographical appearances, the Chambal Basin is an ecological disaster, but the exact destructive forces tearing this surface apart conceal a massive economic engine. Follow the river far enough, and the dry scrub disappears. The Chambal is actually a colossal, fast-moving body of water, cutting its way through deep, heavily vegetated rock canyons. This schematic outlines the massive infrastructure project engineers built to harness that flow. They constructed a cascading network straight down the river's path: the Gandhi Sagar, Rana Pratap Sagar, Jawahar Sagar, and the Kota Barrage. By funneling millions of gallons of water through modern turbines, these structures capture the river's immense kinetic energy and convert it into heavy-duty electricity. The scale of human engineering required to hold back and control this flow is massive, effectively putting a leash on one of India's most aggressive rivers. The steep drops and high water bullions that cause catastrophic soil erosion downriver are the exact properties that allow these dams to generate enough hydroelectric power to supply huge swaths of Rajasthan. That constant, reliable supply of electricity and raw water sparked an industrial boom. Kota rapidly developed into a major manufacturing center, populated with chemical plants, cement factories, and large-scale textile mills. These industrial complexes sit directly adjacent to the Chambal, relying heavily on the river's steady water supply to run their daily operations. Through an extensive canal system built off the Kota Barrage, the river is diverted away from the destructive ravines and pushed out into flat, stable plains, providing heavy irrigation for vast fields of wheat, mustard, and pulses. When the water flow is controlled and the topsoil is protected, the basin's land is incredibly fertile, yielding massive annual harvests. Through calculated scientific management, a river that naturally carves out wastelands is simultaneously diverted to sustain Rajasthan's most critical agricultural and industrial lifeline. Between the sprawling factories and the eroded Badlands, the Chambal corridor hosts a third distinct environment. The river acts as an isolated, thriving biological sanctuary. Portions of the river run straight past the borders of the Ranthambore National Park. The water sustains heavy populations of apex predators like tigers, drawing in crucial ecotourism revenue for the state. Down in the water itself, strict conservation zones like the National Chambal Sanctuary protect critically endangered aquatic species, including rare freshwater crocodiles known as gharials. Managing the river's output is an absolute biological requirement. Keeping the water clean and flowing protects a globally rare and highly complex food web. Yet the core threat of the Chambal remains active. Just miles from the successful farms and bustling factories, unchecked gully erosion continues to violently eat away at the remaining arable land. This animation shows how modern agriculture fights back using physical land defenses. Techniques like contour bunding and terracing reshape slopes into flat steps, slowing down monsoon runoff so water sinks into the dirt instead of washing it away. At the same time, state-sponsored afforestation programs are strategically planting drought-resistant trees. Their deep root systems act as an underground net, physically tying the fragile topsoil together. The Chambal Basin proves that geography does not dictate a permanent outcome. With ambitious engineering, targeted conservation, and strict policy, an aggressive environmental challenge can be managed directly into a profound economic opportunity.